It's the Sue and Show. Sue and Show. Sue and Show.
Of Hourish show.
1 2 1 2. Hello, how are you? 1 2.
You're in the room.
Hello, Sue.
Oh, we're in the room. Sorry.
Yes.
That's what Paul, our producer, says when it's rather than go. He goes, "We're in the room."
We're in the room.
And I just started to think about it for a second.
But was I in the room earlier?
Yeah, I've been in the room for ages. What do you mean? Hello, Anne. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sue, you were telling me you're doing pour in the gate at the moment. There was a famous person in, and you wouldn't tell me beforehand.
No.
You were saving it for this.
Yes.
Tell us.
No, there's two little stories. So
Go
the
on,
famous
brilliant.
person that actually saw the show was Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember Clueless?
Pom Boyd was doing a telly thing with her.
Yeah.
Is she filming
She's
it again?
filming here.
Oh, she's doing it again?
Yeah, so she came and then, it was so funny. So we met her, but you wouldn't know it was her. You know, you wouldn't. She just looked really normal, and unless you went right up close or somebody said, that's Alicia Silverstone.
What does looking really normal mean?
She just came and she got jeans and a sweater on and her, she was blonde. And
But was she actress thin?
No.
You know that thin?
No,
The
actress
marks.
thin. No.
Yeah.
She was really, I think she's producing more, she's been producing.
She's had a lot of success as a producer.
Yeah. And anyway.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she did like it, but we all had to wait backstage, and they closed off the thing, and then she came in with an actor friend who she's working with, an Irish guy, and to say hello. But you're kind of going, oh yeah, it is Alicia Silverstone. I haven't seen her in years. But then you go, why didn't she just go to the bar? Because really, she's not nobody would recognise her.
Or was there a kind of a Vic?
Well, there was a bit of a Vic moment, but you're going.
She's not that much of a Vic.
No, is she? She's huge, but there was just this thing of
Somebody's here from the America.
Somebody's here from the America, and they're famous producer and Clueless. I mean, Clueless was huge. So anyway, that was grand. That was all a bit.
Okay, that was Alicia.
Now,
And
then somebody came to see the show. They were offered 2 seats that weren't together. They were separate seats. That's all they had available for the matinee, and they didn't come. But they were in the box office looking for tickets, and it was David Harbour.
And I was just pointing
I am so out of the loop. I'm going.
Stranger Things.
You watched them the other night in Thunderballs.
Oh, Lily Allen's.
Yeah. He came with his
Some floozy.
wasn't it? Isn't it Madeline? Her name is, or
I'm
something.
sure it
did he
was a
come with
lovely
Madeline?
girl.
She's a take on legs.
We don't know, but all the cast
Madeline.
people, I bet it was Madeline. So we had all this thing going on. But he came in looking for 2 tickets, and he went, "No, I don't. I want to sit with.
Madeline.
Yeah. So he didn't go to see the show. But wouldn't you think, like my Lily, not Lily Allen, my Lily was going, what? Didn't the ushers just run around everybody and say, sorry, excuse me, do you mind moving?
We've a harbour in the gate.
And
It's amazing that they don't have a few producer holdbacks that they couldn't accommodate him.
what?
I think he should be treated like everybody else.
I don't
So
know.
it
He's a
is-
big star.
It's funny, isn't it? So we...
And he likes it up the bum.
And I really don't want to be spent the day editing this out.
But I mean, it's awful. No, it's terrible with the...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Leave it in because he would laugh at that. Because
Can I just-
Lily Allen's whole thing is just, she might as well have called the album Butt Plugs because it's that image just jumped out and just stayed with me. Oh, he's into butt plugs. And I'm going, what is he, who, what? And now when I see him, because we were watching him the other night, Paul wouldn't, because he's into, Paul, don't interrupt, please, darling. Paul is into that universe, that kind of film he makes. I'm not, so I'm just looking at him thinking, butt plugs. That's the thing about the Lily Allen album. The revelation is, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Anyway, we were then when I mentioned to you when we were sitting down for hours discussing what we would talk about in the podcast. I then started talking about when we walked out on stage at the Edinburgh Festival, and Lenny Henry was sitting in the front row,
Yeah.
beaming up at us.
And he loved the show.
He loved it, and then he asked us to support him and Hugh Laurie in the Olympia. Believe it or not.
And he gave us a public sorry.
I know someone who's getting for Christmas.
I'll go house with you.
So a golden butt plug.
This should be the Book Plug Award.
He did ask us to support them.
He did. So
And then to extend on that story. It's a lovely story.
oh, it's a lovely. Oh, well, it's one of my little claims. I just love Hugh Laurie. But anyway, this is
And he's
before he
adorable,
got really big in America.
But he was still super
Oh
duper
no,
famous.
super duper. It wasn't there. He wasn't doing. They were doing a band. They were doing their jazz.
I really remember that because so many people came to see Lenny and they were devastated he didn't do any comedy.
I know.
And that he was doing a kind of it was pub level covers. Hugh Laurie's a very good pianist.
Lenny, pub level.
No, but it was
Crooning,
brilliant.
he was crooning away on the stage.
No, you know what kind of song? The one about the car.
What song?
The soul car. The soul song with the car.
And we'll be here all day trying to work
Okay,
out songs
all right,
you
okay.
mentioned.
Okay, so it was Hugh Laurie and Lenny Henry going, we've nothing, we need to spend our money on something. So they just went, let's do a tour and let's get stoned, because they were stoned. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
The Olympia was just stinking of weed the whole time. Do you not remember?
I blacked that.
Anyway, I'm not-
plugged that out of my mind.
Anyway, again, we're not judging anyone here, but they were very stoned.
They packed the Olympia.
Packed the Olympia.
Anyway,
So were you supporting them?
Yes, but Hugh Laurie introduced us.
So I went up to Hugh Laurie and I said to Hugh Laurie, tried to look at him in the eye, in the bleary eyes, bleary bloodshot eyes. He'd smoked so much shit. But again, we're not judging.
Allegedly. I just see lawsuits everywhere.
No, allegedly.
He's off in America. He's a multi-billionaire. I've just been watching him in Tehran. Have you seen that? Superb.
Multi-billionaire.
He is brilliant, isn't he? Yeah.
Multi-billionaire. Yeah, that's what they said. I read that. So I said to Hugh, would you introduce us? Because it's a bit like, the main act coming out on stage and introducing the support act. It's not really done. And he was so out of it.
But he was so
nice.
charming.
He went, absolutely no problem. And I gave him our gag that we used for about 75 years, just back from their 3-month tour of Leitrim. Please welcome to the stage the Nualas. And he walked out with this little bit of paper that I'd scribbled on. The whole audience erupted and they went, so I'm going to introduce somebody here on stage, just back from their 3-month tour of Leitrim. Honestly. And
But he got a huge laugh.
Huge laugh.
Well, of course
the
it would.
Nualas.
Yeah.
The Nualas. A huge laugh. And then he sort of strolled off. And that, to me, that was one of my finer moments.
Being introduced by Hugh
yeah,
Laurie.
No, it was a
Matter.
fantastic gig.
Yeah, it was lovely. But also to see Lenny Henry watching us from the side of the stage. Do you remember that? He watched us.
Can you see my butt? I remember, here's another memory speaking of bottoms. Do you remember we were on a Radio 4 programme? There was a guy on Radio 4 who really liked us and he used to have us on his was it Loose Ends? We were on in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And Antoine de Caunes was on it. Do you remember
Yeah.
he used to do that programme? What was it? Eurotrash.
Yeah.
And so he's a very sophisticated French man. And they're all sitting, they were having a panel and they're sitting behind us. And then we had to come up and sing. And then I just remember you and was it Karen going after us? Like that all we could think was Anton de Caunes was just analysing our bottoms.
in French.
You know, but he
They
would be the
bought
type that'd be looking at your bottom.
Yeah.
But that's all we were aware of when we were doing our bit, was
Yeah.
Antoine de Caunes was behind us. We wore very short dresses.
Haven't you got the smell of yourself?
Well, you got a smell of it anyway.
That was the Ned Sharon show, wasn't it?
It was Ned Sharon. Ned Sharon was lovely.
So they were our famous people. Nobody else really. Oh, another thing that I think is probably okay to say. I was talking to Cillian Murphy, and
Oh, was he at the show?
no, he wasn't at the show. This was a few years ago,
Yeah.
and I met him at a launch, and I went, Cillian, I remember you.
You were there at NASA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was. Yeah, me and Cillian were invited to the launch.
Yeah.
We were the only two people there
Yeah.
that we saw. We saw the rocket.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said to him, Sue remember we used to go around Edinburgh, and it was around the time of Disco Pigs.
Disco
and we would get
Pigs.
booked on the same radio shows, and etc. etc. And I told him about us going up to see Disco Pigs in the International Bar and being blown away about it and everything. And he just went out of the blue. He went, I used to just really fancy all the Nualas. But then,
Okay. Will I go and find where that's coming from and get it to stop? That's so funny, Cillian.
so Cillian said, so he said, I have a little confession to make. I really fancied the Nualas. And then he added, which was just a little bit disappointing, because you were a bit older than me. And that's always a thing for a young fella, a few years older. So it was that, compliment laced with a bit of an insult. When you...
Oh, no, well, it's not an insult.
Anyway, when you're a young fella and there's, but you... So
We
you
are
eat-
older.
Yeah, we
Being
are
older is not an insult.
When you're all your young
it?
fella and the testosterone's flying and your knuckles are dragging on the ground and you'd ride anything.
Yeah.
That was nice, we were fancied.
Yeah.
I was in the gym this morning and I just noted this thing. We're saying that the men in the gym are always making... Do you know, there was a man in the gym the other day who did that so loudly. It was like unbelievable that I literally just came out and went, oh, for feck's sake. And there was a guy working out beside me and he laughed his head off. And I went, you'd swear he was having a baby. And he agreed. But I mean, it was the biggest moan and groan. But...
And I said if he was having a baby, he would have been louder.
And you broke my flow of thought there, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that I've noted what women do is not the groaning, is that women have earphones in and often they'll be singing along to a song and not realise it. So they'll be there, really loudly,
What's that song?
I don't know, I was telling you beforehand, you were going
But it's funny if they were singing something, da 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 da, and then...
da, 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 da.
Maria.
That'd be funny, yeah. A musical theatre person. I dreamed a dream in times of... No, but it's, it's all those popular soul song type things that are in. So the sound is always... But it's bursts. It's like they're so into the song and they just in bursts sing along, but they don't realise it's so loud because the earphones are in and they're in the gym environment. So you just hear these bursts of...
And all the music is terrible.
Yeah, it's like their little muscles responding in song.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the dumbbells. Oh.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Yeah, that made me laugh. And then I have to say this other thing. I have gone to the gym for years. Look, I'm back in the gym again. I took a break for a while. And it's so funny. I have just never had the kind of ripped. You know, some women just have that body. I always had veins. I always was a little bit cottage cheesy. Even when I was underweight, I felt
Talking
fat.
about your legs now, okay.
Fat. You know, you see some people and they, like I was just looking at a post from Joanne McNally in her bikini, and like there's no veins, and it's like perfect skin. She's perfectly ripped, toned, and you'd see women like that, like on the beach when you go on holidays, and even in my 20s, and I don't think it was in my head. I just never was that type. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. Unfortunately, I do know exactly what you're saying. Unfortunately, I can completely relate. So no, I was never like that either. It's it's genetic.
It is a kind of genetic thing. But it's just in our business, it's like there is this sense that if you are really serious about what you're doing, you should be dead skinny.
I think that whole thing is going away. You know, I see theatre shows now here, and they're casting thinner people.
They are.
Or they're casting
Friday. No, but I think that for film and telly, it's still the same. We were at a show, Paul said to me, I think
Yes.
that the person beside you is somebody well known. And then she was walking out in front of us, and she was like a skeleton. I mean, definitely an eating disorder going on there. But she was so emaciated.
emancipated, as my character Carmen used to say.
Emancipated.
Emancipated. Oh, she was emancipated.
It is interesting that, anyway, there I am in the gym, you know, decades of, I just know that the body won't go.
But I think we come from that mindset because of our mothers my mother used to always go on and on about weight and all the time, eternally wanted to be bloody thin, and having this little book called 60 a day. It was carbohydrates, not calories. I always remember the little book and being obsessed. And she used to do this thing, and we grew up listening to that, and then grew up in the time where, yes, it was all about being thin to be in the business. And I do think that's going. I mean, being like a size 8 is not going to get more punters into your show.
Well, I had a day on a telly thing. It was Bridget Neyman, and I was playing a nun, and I went in to get my costume, and all the options were size 10 to 8, 10, 12, and I had to go and get my own costume. I said, I'll sort out my own. I sorted out my own costume because I was just not professional enough to be the right size.
So we're going on that fast. I don't want the cabbage soup then, are we?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, do the people listening in Ohio want an update on my windows?
Oh, go on, yeah.
But just to say, he's wonderfully professional. This is Francis. I was a little bit nervous about, signing away my life. Well, it was 3,500 for 2 windows, and he's incredibly professional. He's done days and days of work on them. He's in for hours, and he's put new hinged fasteners on the window, and they look great. And he's wonderful.
And you've new windows, and the wind is no longer coming in.
Yes, it's not quite finished yet, but when it is, I mean, I could put up photos of them if anybody wants to see them. So yeah, so it's all's well that ends well.
Fantastic. That's wonderful.
Is the job finished?
No, he's taken away he's done one window, so we're very happy. So I'm sure the people in Ohio were waiting with bated breath to hear about the windows. So it's all good. You were talking about complaining.
Oh yeah.
You were complaining.
Yeah, well, I was just getting some contact lenses today. I go to the what's called the National Optometry place, and then my appointments took ages, and then there was a huge. Everything took a bit too long, and I was a little bit irritated. So I wrote a complaining email.
Did you?
And then Yeah, a bit moany. Do you know that sometimes you just go, I'm just a bit annoyed. And then I went up there and everybody was being so nice to me. And then my 2 students who had to check the contact lenses worked again, like there was a big break because it was a holiday and just everything went long. They're just the nicest girls in the whole world. And I felt really
bad.
like and everybody was being just lovely to me. And then one of the students had a discount card and she wasn't using it and it was about to run out and she gave it to me.
So you got to send another email saying scratch that last email.
Yeah.
I just felt bad. Do you ever do that? Do you ever feel... Oh, you had a complaining story about food in Kilkenny.
Oh, food.
Yes.
Oh, God. It was... Yeah, you reminded me. It was years ago and myself and the guy I was going out with at the time went for a weekend. It was one of those really good deals, you know.
Yeah.
A meal included, you know, Prosecco on arrival, you know, one of those.
I know, on arrival.
Yeah. 2 glasses on departure. I think we've done that joke before.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went and and the food was, the hotel was grand, but the food was absolutely disgusting. It was so disgusting.
Like what? Describe it.
Like I ordered soup, and you know, like really bad packet soup. Not even a cup of soup stuff. I love a cup of soup.
This is a while ago now, is it?
Yeah.
I
do like, in fact, if they'd given me a cup of soup,
a cup of soup,
I would have been happier. But it was really substandard powdered soup. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Everything was disgusting. It was just so awful that I had to complain. So I just rang and I talked to the manager and I just said, I really felt so disappointed with the meal. And he just went, leave it with me. So we went off and we just swam and we came back to the room and the phone in the room rang and it was him.
The manager?
Yeah. And he went, Susan Collins, yes, it's Jim here. We've really taken your complaint on board. And we would like to offer you and your partner a free meal tonight in the restaurant.
A free soup, I thought you were going to say.
More of the same shit.
Good, yeah.
It's so Irish, isn't it? I just didn't know what to say to him. It was just perfect. I just thought, what?
Did you say yes?
I was just so flummoxed. I went, thank you very much, Jim. We'll just have a think about that. And I put the phone down. I just went, I'm lost for words. I'm actually don't know where to go with this. I didn't know what to do with that.
The food is shit. Would you like more of it?
And the food is shit. Here's more of it for free. So we went off and had to a fabulous restaurant and had oysters. I always remember we decided to go to this beautiful seafood restaurant in Killarney and had oysters and fabulous seafood and went, fuck it, we have to pay. But imagine, it's so Irish.
It's like a Nuala joke we used to have. We were complaining in Nuala character about some restaurant, the food was awful and the portions were so small. Yeah, it's that thing.
It's gone really bad though. What is going on today? It's really bad though, complaining in restaurants, because it really isn't. You just don't have that thing of the customers right.
Yeah.
Considering it's supposed to have gone that way, but do you ever have this experience, this phenomenon? The further north you go, the worse the food gets.
Yeah.
I was in Fermanagh one time and we were at this festival in it was a park, and the soup, I swear to God, it was water with salt in it. Yeah. And I'm there looking at it, frowning over the soup, and this northern woman comes over, are you looking for a god in there?
Did you take the soup, Paul? Did you take the soup?
That's brilliant. That is so brilliant.
Are you looking for God?
Oh, yeah. No, a friend of mine told me a story as well, nothing to do with food. She went into a hotel. She went to a hotel and she had 2 tiny towels. She wanted to have a shower. So anyway, she called down and the guy came up to her and she went, can I have more towels or a larger towel? And he went, we're very eco-friendly in this hotel. We don't like, putting big loads of towels and loads of washes on. We're really, really conscious.
Pathetic.
And she went, sorry, I'm paying X amount for the room and there's no bath towel. Can I have another bath towel, please? And he, do you know what he did?
What?
He gave her the towel and he went, well, be it on be it on your head.
Yeah,
She told
There
me.
goes the Gulf Stream.
Isn't that brilliant?
There
Oh,
goes the Gulf
stop.
Stream. Yeah. I really enjoyed doing the podcast today, and we recorded in the digital hub, and it was just really funny today, the amount of noise. First it was drilling, then it was hinges, then it was people talking loudly, and then the piece de resistance, the dog barking outside the window.
Yeah, we were.
And that noisy from the guy putting the book plug in outside in the office.
Then people putting butt plugs in. I don't know what's going on today, but hopefully next time it'll be a bit quieter.
Yeah.
So you can email us on sueannehalfhourishshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, and it is called the Sue Ann Half Hour Show, but in the email address, there's no the. I think
There's no there. We just wanted to clarify that.
And it must have been that someone else already has a show with a Gmail account called the Sue Ann Half Hour Show.
And we'd like to meet them.
Yeah.
With the. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
If you want to respond to any of the hilarity and stuff we've been talking about,
Or give us topics to chat on.
yes, indeed, you can email us sueannehalfhourishshow@gmail.com.
Brought to you by Sue Collins and Anne Gildee. Producer Paul Farron.
Sue Ann Show!
Half-hourish show.